What's up, guys? This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. He is I, and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. Now, guys, you might recall that a few days ago, I did a video talking about The Punisher, specifically The Punisher's logo, and how police and law enforcement have been known to use The Punisher's logo on their uniform and equipment. And I questioned whether it was the right thing to do, to have your law enforcement agencies associated with the symbol of vigilantism, you know what I mean? So we talked about that, and I just saw an article, and I didn't realize that the co-creator of The Punisher, Jerry Conway, proposed to let his creation, his logo, the symbol of The Punisher, to be used for and in association with Black Lives Matter. Yeah, I didn't know that. I just came across a few articles actually, and I'm going to share one of them with you now to see what this is all about, and then you can sound off whether you think that it's appropriate for anyone to be using this in real life. You know what I mean? You have the police on one side wanting to use it, you have Black Lives Matter on this side wanting to use it, and does that make them on the same team now? Is that what we're seeing? Are we seeing the first steps towards peace? Like we're all in the same gang type stuff, you know what I mean? Like they're coming together right now under the Punisher. I don't know, all right? But let's see what this article has to say here. And this particular article here is on dreadcentral.com. Dreadcentral.com. All right, baby, here we go. And it says here, co-creator reimagines Punisher skull logo for Black Lives Matter. And this is by Mike Sprague. And it says here, the iconic skull logo for the Punisher must not be a symbol of oppression anymore, says co-creator Jerry Conway, who's launched a campaign to reclaim the Punisher skull as a symbol of justice. And he says, for far too long, symbols associated with a character I co-created have been co-opted by forces of oppression and to intimidate Black Americans. This character's symbol was never intended as a symbol of oppression. I said it was never intended as a symbol of oppression. This is a symbol of systematic failure, of equal justice. It's time to reclaim this symbol for the cause of equal justice and Black Lives Matter. Shirts are now available, sporting new designs with the intention of raising money to support the cause. Check them out over at Custom Link. Will you be snagging one of these shirts? Make sure to let us know in the comments below, over on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. And it says here, The Punisher, Frank Castle, was created by writer Jerry Conway and artists John Romita Sr. and Ross Andru. The character made his first appearance in The Amazing Spider-Man number 129 in February 1974. A lot of us weren't around in 1974. The character is a vigilante who employs murder, kidnapping, extortion, coercion, threats of violence, and torture in his campaign against crime. Yeah, that sounds like Black Lives Matter, doesn't it? It sounds like something you want your noble cause to be associated with. Murder, kidnapping, extortion, coercion, threats of violence, and torture. Okay. That's exactly what it is, but you don't want to be seen as a terrorist organization now, do you? But this is what we want to be associated with. Driven by the deaths of his wife and children who were killed by the mob for witnessing a killing in New York City, the Punisher wages a one-man war on crime while employing the use of various weapons and firearms. All right. I guess that's the bare minimum of information they want to offer there. Now, see, if I was in the other room, I just tossed the phone over my shoulder. But, I'll just put it down. So, yes, guys, there you have it. Okay, so I've seen some of the shirts, that this guy is offering. I'm going to leave the link, I suppose, in the pinned comment below so you can see what exactly is going on here. I just think this is madness. This is the madness that we're living in today, guys. And I'm going to piss a lot of people off here because this is something I've been saying for a long time. Look, obviously, I believe that Black Lives Matter, okay? How could I think otherwise? You know what I'm saying? I like to think that I matter, right? However, I'm going to say this. Black lives don't matter any more than anybody else's. White lives don't matter more than anybody else's. Okay? Look, don't act surprised. You guys know I've been standing for this for a long time. All right? I'm a guy who believes that only by finding the common denominator of humanity will we get out from under this shit. All right? That's what I believe. Okay? Because anything else, unfortunately, ends up being manipulated and exploited by people who are making a lot of money. This is what I've been talking about the whole time. So yes, I believe that Black Lives Matter. I certainly do. All right. What I don't believe in necessarily is the organization, because I don't believe there is much organization. All right. I would question the organization. All right. Now that's not to say that I don't, that I can't respect the organization. All right. I just don't know enough about it, you know what I mean, based upon what I've seen to believe that there is a whole lot of, like leadership and organization there, you know what I mean? I believe that it's probably being run by agitators, or at least manipulated at best by agitators. And I would have to wonder if unwittingly Jerry Conway could be one of those, you know what I mean? Because I don't know if he's as educated as he should be about the organization of Black Lives Matter. Like I said, please, I am challenging you guys to understand. I believe that Black lives matter, okay? I certainly do, all right? I believe that all lives matter. I understand the context, all right? When you say Black Lives Matter, when you want to talk about disproportionate violence and lethal force against Black people, all right? I get that part, all right? But what I'm talking about, guys, is the ability or the position that we put ourselves in to be manipulated. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not about doing that. There's a lot of people who are well-intentioned out there who are losing their lives or livelihoods as a result of being associated with Black Lives Matter. And then Black Lives Matter, they don't talk about them. There was a young woman who just got killed who was down with Black Lives Matter, all right? And she was killed by a Black man, and I've done stories about this before. So I know all of this can seem like a little bit all over the place, but what I'm saying is that at the end of the day, I truly believe that this is a human rights issue, and if you're going to walk around with the Punisher or the Punisher logo with a stream of blood, like I said, I'm going to leave the link in the comment section there. You're going to walk around with that. It's like I have to ask you, what are you really associating your movement with? The same way that I believe it was inappropriate for cops, law enforcement to walk around with that logo, knowing that it is a symbol of a vigilante who kills and murders and kidnaps and all that stuff. I would say the same thing to Black Lives Matter. And if people are being encouraged to do that, who's down with Black Lives Matter, well, then I would say they're hypocrites, and there is hypocrisy here. And I would question the leadership. Once again, we're back to that again. All right. So I'm sorry, but this is just what happens when you just take a moment to think about things like this. All right. Hello there, kitty. All right. But yeah, so I don't know, guys. What do you think? Do you think that it's appropriate for a group that is advocating for justice and equality for Black people? Do you think that it's appropriate for them to be using the Punisher symbol? I asked the same question of the cops. All right, so I'm trying to be fair and balanced here. I did the video talking about whether it's appropriate for cops to do it. Now I'm doing a video talking about if it's appropriate for Black Lives Matter to do that. Okay, I have a Punisher shirt myself. I have a Punisher t-shirt, all right? Although I don't wear it, for work or anything associated with what I do for a living or any particular cause. I tend to wear it in the bedroom, the Punisher, Anyway. So let me know what you guys think. You can get in the comment section and sound off. You can like, you can share, you can subscribe. Of course, you can hit the notification bell and hit all so you can get all notices when I drop my videos. You can catch me on Twitter. I'll try to leave the link in the comment section below. And I will catch you guys on the next one. All right. This is The Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on.